This is AV SuperFriends On Topic, a 30-minute monthly roundtable focused on a single topic. This discussion will be opinionated, to the point, and saturated with our well-known blend of painfully won expertise and deeply ingrained immaturity. For February 2024, it's the best-sounding podcast in higher ed AV. This is the AV SuperFriends On Topic, broadcasting live, for real this time, live from coast to coast, easternmost to westernmost, northernmost to southernmost, gate post to hitching post. I'm your local host who can boast the most milquetoast and utmost humility. I'm Chris Decter. It's time for another Friday afternoon podcast adventure. And let's say hello to today's illustrious panel of AV SuperFriends. I'm joined by a national functionality strategist from Kansas City, Jamie Reinhart.
Hello.
A senior creative facilitator. Ooh, I like that. Senior creative facilitator from Corvallis, Oregon, Mark Kolozinski.
Let's get creative.
No, you have to facilitate creativity.
Well, we got to start somewhere. I got to get the conversation.
He is facilitating. He says, let's create.
Let's go. Yeah.
You all go create. I'm going to facilitate. And finally, a human accountability producer. I don't know what that means. A human accountability producer from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Justin Rexing.
I think I got demoted from last week.
It's always down. There's always one more notch down.
He's like, I'm holding you accountable, and you're accountable for that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what that really means. So.
I'm producing accountability.
Mm-hmm. And also, thanks to Larry Darling, who is keeping stuff running in the background, but is also dead. So
it's a fancy title, Larry.
Yes. No, Larry is our. I should probably come up with a better one, but social media liaison
producer extraordinaire
guy.
Deluxe Royale with
Larry's under the weather, but he's out there on the Twitters.
He just hasn't lost the login to Twitter like all of us. So
but
he's on there the most.
But he lost his voice, so that's why he's not joining us today.
Did lose his voice. So we are trying this live, see how well this goes. We're slightly tweaking the format of the on-topic show, because we have noticed in recent months, and you may have noticed this as well, we've gone much longer than 30 minutes. So if you note the thing down in the corner,
charge you anymore though.
Over there,
same price.
Wait, if I do this, can I? Yeah, this thing there. That's going to keep us on topic.
So running.
It's not running yet. Once we introduce the topic, we have 20 minutes, and then I'm clicking the close button. And
so the show could still be 40 minutes long.
The show will be 6 hours, but only 20 minutes of substantive material. So, all right, well, nuts to that. Let's get started. On this month's episode of On Topic, we are discussing things that just won't go away. And I think that the topic that was for
February.
This is February.
Is it?
I said February.
Oh, okay. Well, right
I'm
now.
Still in January.
Yeah, okay.
It's not January. But for the February topic, thank you. The February topic is Groundhog Day.
Oh, okay.
That's right, woodchuck chuckers. It's Groundhog Day!
So we're going to discuss things that we see every year, and hopefully these are things that they go away, they come back, whatever. If we're lucky, some of these will see their shadow and disappear for another 6 weeks, or maybe not ever come back ever. So things that just kind of won't die, things that keep coming back, and I think we all are well aware of these technologies that seem to keep continuing to make appearances, and it's just a real treat. So let me get this thing started. It didn't start. Why is it not starting?
I don't know. Do it live. We'll figure it out.
There's a button. You have to click the play button. Look at that.
It wasn't in the
magic. Notes. We're working this as we go. All right. So we're going to stay on topic here. Mark, you don't have anything in the notes, but you are first on the list.
Cool.
And first in our hearts.
All right, well.
What are your items that you want to bring up, or things that just won't go away? Things that we seem to enjoy every couple of years, regardless of how successful they weren't the last time.
I don't know if it's a specific thing, but it's an item of discussion that comes up here seemingly on the regular. And I deal with it from time to time when we have lots of power outages and things of that nature on campus. And it's systems with lighting control integration.
Oh, God.
It always comes up.
That's a good one.
We have these ETC. We have a lot of ETC stuff out here, and not a lot, enough that when power goes out and things come out, they're like,
just too many.
Well, yeah, it's in a building that is far too complex to have any, and that it gets dumb, and now we're running around like, oh God, there's this fake island network crap thing over here with a bespoke laptop hooked with a connection. And we all do it enough to completely forget about it all the time, and yet it needs to work right now. And it always pops up in the middle of winter for some weird reason. So that's my first one. I'm not going to go through the list of them, but I have several spaces right now that have ETC lighting problems that I'm in the process of dealing with.
So you're talking about like fancy theatrical level lighting.
It is. It's fancy theatrical lighting. And then we have designers who always think that they're being clever, like, oh, and you guys can just control the lights with your control system. And like, yes, we can, but no, we won't.
Yeah, we have a cycle like that. I agree. That's a really good, I didn't even think about that, but you're right on.
And it always happens. Like whenever you're in this like new construction cycle, it always happens too. It's people want to do the fancy thing, but you can control all the presets and blah blah blah. And Justin, I know your programmers probably love it. They love everything. They love all of it.
We're with you.
Okay, we're good. But finally, we found something to align on.
We just so business side, we just got a hospital under us, and all of their AV rooms,
basement.
Their main lighting control, just to turn on the house light, the fluorescent lights in the ceiling, was you have to hit the touch panel or the button panel on the wall. So first thing that we did was hire an electrician and gutted all of that and just made it simple switches. It was like, now we can work on your stuff.
So I found like just something we all agree on, finally.
It causes more problems in the long run than it solves in the short run.
So are you guys referring to specific, like in semi-production spaces?
Any space.
Production
I don't
lighting?
care. I'm willing to say any space that has
like
a touch panel
globally.
doing stuff, lighting does not belong in that touch panel.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
anywhere.
guys are doing stuff that's bad.
Yes. Well,
We're just
what I
recalling
hate
presets. I don't care.
it's
Don't do
kind
it.
of like I don't like it when it's like that's the main way
primary.
to interact with them. Or that there's no physical switch, it's just one button panel, and it's usually on the other side of the room because it has to be convenient. I mean, this is even outside of the AV part.
You mean
just
convenient
electrician.
to the electrical consultant who laid it out, not convenient to anybody using the space.
Yeah.
On paper, it looks convenient.
Yeah.
And
I
I
put it
find
over
it-
here in CAD.
It comes up whenever like there's an not innovation, but there's like an advancement in lighting control. The first ones were like, oh, well, now these big heavy relay coils are now smaller electronic devices and we can do things. And then it was, well, we have these home units that integrate with Alexa or whatever it is. And now it's all LED light. It's all PoE, low voltage.
I'm not talking about like
just
the
plug
home
into
Wi-Fi
it.
bulbs. That's not what I'm talking about here.
No, it's
Well,
still,
don't do that
it's still
either.
professional level. You know, it's still, whether it's Lutron or Wire, what are some of the other ones, but there's still the PoE control interface. It's like, we'll just plug in your network thing and you can do it from your, and you're right.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's like, I'm not trashing ETC. I think they're a great company and the stuff they do. I just don't like involving it with the control of the room. I don't like it. It makes things messy. Then you got like facilities. Hey, the lights are out in there. Can you check the program? It's like, no, dude, the bulb's out. Like, come on, like, get up there. And so, I don't know.
So that actually came in, believe it or not, today, talk about serendipity, came in today as a ticket. We only have one building where there's lighting control integrated into the classroom control systems. And of course, I like to tell people the first two things I will always kick loose from any AV system, lighting and shades. Those two things, I kick them loose immediately because to your point, Mark, there's usually a thing on the wall, or in your case, you had to go back and add that for people to do it. Everybody understands light switches or a button panel or something for lights. But the minute you start integrating the control panel, you're always fighting, even if you're simply recalling presets, you're always fighting could you make that one brighter? Or I want this one to come down. I don't want to deal with it. Not my problem. Go over and push all the buttons you want on the wall. So we got a ticket this morning that literally said the lights in the following classrooms aren't working. Well,
Cool.
Clearly they are working. It's just something about the presets did not meet with whatever, concept they had of what it should look like at the beginning of a class. So I just fired that one right back to the help desk and said, that's a ticket for facilities if the lighting is not working, because all we can do is recall presets. I didn't build the lighting controller. I don't manage that. I don't control that. I also want to get out of that business. So I don't want people contacting me or my team to simply adjust presets in the room. There's plenty of switches over on the wall.
My classroom's working more like a light switch. If I could offload that to electricians, I'm all about that. Let's do it.
We're 5 minutes in. We need to move on to the next topic.
Well, that
No,
would be 6 minutes.
that was my thing.
But
Yeah. What?
6 minutes. We're already over.
No, we're right on topic. Go.
Mark, did you have more? Or is that
no,
your,
no,
is
I'm
that
not
your
going to
thing?
eat up more. If time allows at the end, maybe I'll chime in with some extras.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Who's next? Chris.
I'll go, I guess, because I'm next on the list here. So a couple of things. Boy. So I want to say,
pick one.
I got to pick one. Okay, I'm going to pick this one because I saw more shit about it. VR is always just around the corner. VR is always 2 weeks away. It's continuous. Every couple of years, everyone gets all happy about VR, and we're all running around braiding each other's hair and painting each other's nails and having sleepovers and pillow fights and talking about stickers and puppies and MySpace.com. VR, in the sense that we think of it in the commercial AV environment, is never going to happen. Now, right now, there's people yelling at their car stereos. We just did a project. Yeah, okay. In specialized environments with specialized content, yes, it will happen. For general use, we are not all going to be sitting around like Mark Zuckerberg clones with these things strapped to our foreheads in a room all looking at the same wall with our AR, VR, crap, XR headsets. Not going to happen. So there's news on this week where Apple comes out with their own thing. Oh, Eric, no, we're going to solve VR. It's going to reinvent VR like the phone did. The only difference being people actually give a shit about old cell phones. And so when you come up with a smarter, the better smartphone things, which pre-existed for years and all that stuff, yes, Windows Mobile and Pocket PC phones and BlackBerry. The Apple smartphone at the time was a natural evolution of that. This is just yet another $4,000 device that has a 2-hour battery you strap to your head to watch YouTube. Doesn't matter. Never going to happen. Yes, over the next couple of weeks, there will be people, glad handing each other over how awesome it is, and it's a transformational experience and all that. No, not going to happen.
People
Wait
probably don't
another 2
understand what you're
years.
saying, Chris. They don't understand what you're saying
because
because
shrooms. Put that on with shrooms. That's transformation.
You're actually referring to the wrong thing. It's called spatial computing now. Chris, you didn't get the memo?
Spatial.
Yeah, in fact, that was one of the things Apple sent out, like specific branding, like don't refer to it as VR, don't do this. I'm like, I don't give a shit what you want to call it. You're still strapping goggles to your head and looking at smartphone device or smartphone applications like, ooh, I'm in my living room and now I can watch Netflix. All right, great. What is this solving
We're
for?
going to Paris, man.
I thought it was funny the other day when Netflix came out and says, we're not going to have the whatever the new Apple standard is app. Just get on the web like everything else.
Yep.
Which made me think, oh, shit. People already watch too much television when they're driving. Could you imagine driving down the road and there's some idiot there in his goggles?
Well, I want the camera
happen.
on the front of the car to then be projecting to my goggles because I wanted that to be overlaid with like the Fast and Furious that I'm watching, so I can just be a little more real life.
Okay, let's throw a date out there. And yes, and again, VR is fine for playing video games at home or for doing it's fine. I have no issue with that. They're great for playing, as game consoles or little entertainment devices. In the commercial space, it is not going to replace projectors or displays or any of that stuff. So please knock it off. Yes, everyone's going to try to push it because then we'll get a free one too. But I'm curious, are we going to see, and I could probably say prior to Infocom, there is going to be a photo, a viral video photo, whatever, floating around of somebody letting their Tesla drive itself down the road while they're wearing their freaking Apple headset goggles and
I probably
letting
know
the car do its thing while they're
If we ask him,
doing it
pay him,
right now
he'll
on
do
the
it right
way.
now. And you can get stuff delivered to your house.
Good Lord, it's terrible. Knock it off. So, all right, that's my thing.
All right, so I'm going to go next. Mine's a little bit of a rant.
Well, you're next on the list, Justin, so you
but
go.
I think this...
As if any of these weren't.
Yeah, this is going to be really fast. I was thinking about this hard, and I really feel that this subject is going to bring
sweaty.
all of this home. I look sweaty?
All
Must
that
be my
hard
new
work.
lighting.
It's all that hard work.
So I started typing the list out, and I couldn't stop.
That's why you were sweating.
And I'm still typing, and I still can't stop. So I had to stop now. Like, the list is done. So my thing that won't go away is bad marketing. So bad marketing is a relative term here, right? What I mean by that is marketing mostly, they just want to sell stuff. It doesn't matter if it's the right thing or the wrong thing. They sell everything. And if they sell a lot of shit, then they get promotions. So that's their goal, right? I'm sure there's a little bit more to it. I'm not a marketing expert, but that's kind of how I think it works. So marketing, this is why people buy USB-only conferencing widgets for a room that seats 50 people. Marketing. This is why people believe Zoom rooms and Teams rooms are a premium experience for everyone. This is why people strap goggles to their head to visit the zoo. This is why people have purchased gold-plated monster cables instead of standard cables. This is why people listen to whatever a consultant says, no matter if they are wrong or right. This is why people listen to what integrators tell them they need, even if the solution can do the same thing with 50% less equipment. This is why people buy into ecosystems and want everything in an AV system coming from the same manufacturer. This is why people are back to buying codec-style meeting rooms from the 2000s. This is why people believe the statements of zero latency when AV over IP came out. This is why people think the multiverse, universe, AR, VR, 3D machine is coming to every classroom near you. This is why people think it will be cool to be an avatar in a meeting. This is why people think holograms exist. This is why people think wireless everything is a great idea. And this is the last one on my list. I got more. This is why people think hybrid and high-flex technologies and learning spaces can solve all the problems, including snow days, which they obviously haven't because we've been closed for a week.
Are you guys open yet?
No.
You know,
this is our first week of classes and we had one day. It's like, it's going on. We
came back to
we'll just do Zoom. Like, nope, we're in person only now. So that was my little rant. So
if I even knew that was the rant you were about to go on, we would have totally full screened you.
Not like that.
Not like that.
That was smart.
Full screen a different person now.
Oh.
There.
Well, we had totally done this and you could have just taken up the whole screen and, oh man. That was a beauty.
So I went as fast as I could so I can get...
Save some time for Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Jamie,
a beauty.
You got 7 minutes.
I do not think
Do we even want to talk about anything? Or is it we just going to leave it at that?
That's right.
By the way,
Justin consultants are always right.
Yeah, so we're getting comments from people out there. BC, you were exactly correct. Consultants are always right because I asked them and they told me so.
BC's dealing with that. The same
not only that, you paid them to tell you that, which is the best part.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, but another part of the university did.
Well, they have people skills. I mean, I don't take them down directly.
I
feel like I can't live up to that.
Was that entertaining?
I enjoyed that.
Are you not entertained?
We're
You can't keep
Justin.
patting yourself on the back. You got to let it go, man.
Oh, wow. Just
take a victory lap. Just go one more lap, Justin. Go. Yeah.
I'm out of idea. I got to keep. I can. Let me type.
Okay, give him a second. So I was thinking.
Wait, let's give him some kudos from Jamie then.
I can safely say that I am 100% take it to Vegas correct on all of my predictions for this year. 99%.
All right,
and
Jamie.
I wasn't wrong. That's going to be $50,000. Yeah, so my thing that kind of fluctuates in and out, becomes popular, becomes not popular, becomes popular, is the bring your own device. I find it, you know, when I first
the strategies we do, or just like in general, the concept?
No, in general. Like this is a reoccurring trend all the time, right? And it kind of started.
Just tired of talking about it? Is that what you're?
No, I'm saying that it never really goes away. It just keeps kind of recirculating every couple. We get in this trend where it's like, oh, laptops are now affordable, so we'll just give everybody a laptop. Oh, wait, that's not manageable. So let's go back to PCs. Oh, iPads, tablets, that's the future. We're going to give everybody, no, wait. Well, wireless video sharing is awesome, so bring your own thing. You can use your phone. Wait, not everybody has one of those. And now we're into the rooms, whether it's Zoom, Teams, whatever, Cisco. Oh, we have the codec here. Just bring your own thing. Just join it like you would the meeting. Bring your own device. Bring your own meeting. And then we're all going to go back to this point of going, screw that. Zero Trust says that this is a stupid idea. So it's a reoccurring cyclical Groundhog Day kind of. Oh my gosh!
It's an AV rodent. BYOD as a concept is an AV rodent that involves lots of new mousetraps.
It's a smelly rodent too.
It's. You know, and the premise and the idea is, it's like, it's so tempting. It's like, no, that's really actually, we could do this. And then you start doing it and you're like, oh, this is stupid.
But going back to Justin, the marketing around it says it's so easy. Just grab this box of thing and it switches all the USB for you. And it's so nice.
There's a QR code and you scan and then you pass it over the NFC sensor and it automatically.
And you plug this thing in with this puck and then it connects to that one.
Are you on the wrong Wi-Fi?
Right.
We need to get you on the other Wi-Fi. Oh, no, you don't have credentials for that. Let's tell you what if you share? Can you join from cellular?
Just go to share.zoom and just
use my laptop.
Yeah, just use my laptop.
Just here, I'll sign in for you.
Yeah, I'll sign you in, violation. So,
yeah, it comes back. It's coming back. So how are you guys dealing with BYOD? You like it?
Well, I'm on the trend of getting rid of it again. So I was really hot on it there for a little while, and I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting network. I'm tired of fighting security. I'm tired of fighting manufacturer updates to the product that I actually like. Done. Screw it. Plug it in. Here's your cable.
Wait for the networking team to help you out by putting all the students in their own VLAN that they no longer have access to. So that's fun.
Segregating them all off in their own little IP structure.
Well, that keeps them secure. So Larry, who is here in spirit, God rest his soul, did send in from the great beyond his suggestion for things that just kind of won't die, and it's kind of related to what Jamie just described there: wireless display solutions. And the way he phrased this, he
didn't
said,
mean to steal that from me.
He said, first ones came out over 10 years ago. They're still here, and they're still not very useful. And I think we're kind of all in agreement in that this concept of you walk into a space and, maybe I select a different source or whatever, and I just easily share. But what's the first thing? Enter the code. Oh, wait, no. Go share your screen. Oh, wait, no. You got to give it permissions.
Make sure you're
are you on the right network?
Yeah.
It's the I like the concept of you walk in and it's that Star Trek future of just whoop, up it goes to the screen, but it's always do 3 steps, and by the time you're done, I'll go, oh, yeah, sorry, we're on the next thing now.
Somewhere there's a Microsoft
browser...
Teams room guy watching this, just frothing.
Yeah, your browser doesn't have that.
Pounce on us.
You don't have that extension. Oh, you have to run that in admin mode. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work for your Google Chromebook. Oh.
Well,
Samsung,
even the ones that do, because all of them have a solution. And again, there's people yelling at their car stereos right now as they're listening to this. Hey, we've got 200 of them and they work fine. Yes, they technically work. You can make content go from one place to another. But you've created so many hurdles to that process that it's not used anywhere near as often as you think it is. So hopefully you're pulling metrics on that. Case in point, like when we had a whole bunch of them that got broken because of network restrictions. And you know what? We haven't gotten a whole bunch of complaints and requests about that. I would say once or twice a month we get hey, why isn't this working? We get to explain it again. But it's not a constant thing. It doesn't happen all the time. And Justin, to your point, I've had consultants tell me, oh, we're going to put in a bunch of these little cuddle up spaces that are all just wireless. And I say, that's great. We don't use them on this campus. And they're like, oh, they're very popular. I'm like, allow me to rewind 10 seconds and to say it again.
Look at this marketing. Let me see if you want to buy some of this.
It just
doesn't. My marketing research says that 99% of students love this shit.
Yeah, they love the table where they eat lunch and have cuddle time.
Watch TV. Yeah, watch YouTube.
Well, it came up for me 2 weeks ago. No, we could go Monday, so less than 2 weeks ago. Another space where somebody had the concept of making the wireless connection the primary connection. And I never like to do that because that's just asking for trouble, because now I've put all those hurdles between the person and their their content and their display, and that's the only solution we have for connecting. It's just like you're just asking for trouble there. Here's a cable. So I get it. I had to walk over there and plug in, but I plugged in and it came up on the screen, which is a heck of a lot more useful.
Your new goggles will fix that.
Oh, yes. Nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go pre-order it today.
Bring your own goggle device. Wirelessly share all of your content.
Ooh, bring your own goggles.
If anybody has these and wants to send them to Chris, he is super excited to try these things.
And we don't need lights anymore, so that takes care of the lighting control problem. And guess what? I learned all this from marketing.
We're in.
It all comes back around, I'm telling you.
Do you think I could? Yeah, if somebody wants to send me these, I will go drive on the highway. My car's not self-driving, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Dependable cables every day.
Yeah, so on the cables thing, Christopher Ross added
monster cables.
Give me dependable cables any day. Correct, and I like the adage of the most well-designed, well-implemented, well-engineered, and well-supported wireless display system is almost as reliable as a cheap cable. So there you go. Hey, look at that. We got 12 seconds to go.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
What do we do with our last 10 seconds?
I don't know. I'm curious what's going to happen when the clock stops. Does it just go to zero, or does it start over?
Your computer blows up.
Oh,
what happens now? What do we do?
It just blinks. That's what it does.
Anyway, well, we did it.
That was a show in under 30 minutes. That was under 25 minutes, in fact, by the time we close out and run some crap here.
And we got comments. Like there's people watching.
Thank you.
There are crazy people who gave up their time to get engaged with this. So thanks to everybody for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything we want to plug, anything we want to talk about, you can find us at avsuperfriends.com. You will hear this on the audio feed from Higher Ed AV on the 1st of November, the 1st of February, and you'll hear it from us from our feed on the 8th of February. If you are listening to the show and you don't hear any of the other shows, because we do at least 3 a month, go to avsuperfriends.com. You can subscribe there and get all our podcast adventures.
That's right. If you're in the Pacific Northwest during spring break,
Oh,
March
good point.
25th and beyond, Northwest Met, nwmet.org. Sign
Mark,
up.
we
We'll
still
be
have some
doing a
time.
live
Yeah,
show.
give some plugs for that. What's going on in March?
It's a nice little industry trade show of sorts. nwmet.org. We will be there doing a live show on the Monday, but all of your favorite manufacturers and people presenting about technology and higher ed specific, people that have all the same problems you do, and many of which who also have the solutions that you are seeking. Come have a conversation with them. Have a meal with them. Have a meal with us. Come talk to us. We'll tell you how we do or do not do it. We'll do some tours of OSU campus and the like. More information at nwmet.org. Check it out and be there. It's going to be an amazing time.
Cool. All right. Well, Northwest Met, nwmet.org.live, exclamation point.
Yeah, no exclamation point.
No exclamation point.
Well, it's Groundhog Day. Again?
All right. Well, we'll roll out of here. I will find the other thing to click, which is this one, which has a... There it goes. Okay, that's running. So, thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to try to do this every month now. We're going to try to just start rolling these out because we can. And somebody
easy.
inadvertently gave us the power to do so. So, we will ruin your Twitter feeds and LinkedIn feeds more often.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Or when we feel like it. Tell your friends and enemies and people you don't like. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for putting up with yet another episode of AV SuperFriends on Topic. You can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV SuperFriends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients. It's come to our attention that a lot of you may be missing out on a whole mess of other AV SuperFriends content. Here's the deal. If you're hearing us only once a month, you're getting ripped off. Seriously. We have over 100 full episodes of content, and you've heard only about 1/3 of that. We release at least 3 shows every month, and you're hearing only 1 of them. To get the rest, go over to avsuperfriends.com, and you'll find links to your favorite podcast services like Apple, Google, Spotify, Amazon, and more. But if you want to do it right, you'll subscribe directly to our RSS feed to get each episode right away. Do it now! AV SuperFriends on Topic is an independent production wholly owned and operated by AV SuperFriends, LLC. For the highest quality recording of all of our shows, visit avsuperfriends.com.